Okay, live na.
Ako naman nun.
Ay, hindi alam kung ano na.
Good morning, Philippines!
Hello, Irisians and aspiring HR.
A warm greetings to all of you from all HRDM 41. I am Floraline Mulicas,
And I am Nila Sevilla, your
your
Masters of Ceremony.
I am so excited today because this is the second webinar that we conducted.
We, HRDM 41, prepared for you this webinar entitled Talent Management by Successful Companies Insights from Recent Researches.
And for this event, we invited one phenomenal guest speaker to share his knowledge and experiences.
Yes, Laline, that will surely added to our ideas and knowledge collection we learned.
So Nilo, are you ready and excited to start this?
Of course, I am so much excited as you are.
Great! But before we start, We would like to remind everyone to turn off their microphones, especially when our guest speaker is on his talk to avoid interruptions.
So this is it. Let's start this program with an opening prayer followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Our Heavenly Father, the fount of all goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence, we welcome you, O Lord, to this auspicious gathering of your beloved, who continuously give you thanks for every opportunity to learn something new and become fruitful to the works of your creation. We humbly come to you, not because we are worthy, but because we find ourselves in need of you, who is our strength and our hope, to continue despite the challenges we face in health, prosperity, and our solidarity with one another. We pray that today's gathering, made possible by the grace of advancements in technology and social media, becomes successful in its endeavors, so we can offer it back to you as our humble offering to honor you, glorify you, and love you through our deeper connection with everyone. May we find bliss in today's session and become more productive children and co-creators of the earth. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, ewas ang silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang putok sa simoy at sa langit mong pangaw, ay ginagang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihiling, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di maghihiling. Luman ang araw ng walhagin pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Okay, here we are. I can't wait to continue this. So we may call on the chairman of this event, Ms. Crisan Jane Magante, for the opening remarks.
Good morning. On behalf of HRDM 41, thank you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, as well as those who are new to this event. Today mark our second webinar, and we are proud to be able to host it today here at this online platform with all of you despite of this pandemic. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation To all of you who generously help us make this event come together to become a success. To our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, who supported us to make this event. To all HRDM 41, especially to leaders and committees, and of course to our advisor who never get tired of helping us to reach this success and always there for us to help us grow and develop all our potential, Professor Marivic Guimari. Ma'am, we couldn't have done it without you. In today's gathering, we would like to focus on our topic entitled Talent Management by Successful Companies Insights from Recent Researches. Today, you will be learning different ideas and initiative coming from our guest speaker that will give his talk later on. I hope that after this event, all of us will carry all the knowledge that we are about to learn that can help us grow to be more productive and talented. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I need to leave this to our MCs to continue to the next part of the program. Today will be fun and full of learning. So, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Ms. Magante, for such motivational message for us.
And now, for the highlights of this event, we may call on Mr. Teotimo Verin for the introduction of our guest speaker.
Good morning. Today, I am very much excited to learn from our event. What excites me the most is to hear from the man himself, a man with a great ideas and passions in the field of human resource management, a man who will inspire us and will teach us about today's topic. He will be sharing with us his knowledge and insights to help us stay on top in our future career. A graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource Development Management in Isabela State University, Ikagi. A former photojournalist of the Forum, the official school publications of Isabela State University, Ikagi. A member of Sangguniang Kabataan and chairperson and a vice president of Human Resource Students Society 2018 in Isabela State University, Ikagi. He came from a humble beginning as a customer service representative at Alorica Teleservices, a former human resource specialist at Asia Pacific Medical Diagnostic Incorporation. And presently, he is a human resource generalist and trade associate corporation. Without further ado, it is my honor to present to you our guest speaker, Mr. Remark Gallasinaw Sibayan. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hello. 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 All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All
I can
right.
hear you, sir.
All
We can
right.
hear you, sir. Good morning.
All right. Good morning po
Good
sa
morning,
ating
sir.
lahat. Okay, so ayan, thank you so much, Mr. Veril, for the very nice introduction sa akin. Appreciate much. So, ayan, mag-start na tayo sa ating topic. So, our topic for today is about talent management. Uh, sorry, pwede po ba ako mag-share screen? Hello? Alright, wait lang. I-share screen ko lang po ang aking presentation. Alright. Alright, so ayan. So let's start na po. So meron na po ba tayong knowledge about talent management?
Yes, sir. We tackled that on
Mhm.
our previous subject, sir. On our lower year.
Alright. So can you give me your thoughts about talent management?
I think, sir, it's about onboarding and engagement of the employees on the organization. Tama po ba?
Yes, you're correct, Miss. So, when we say talent management, isa ito sa mga process ng mga companies wherein dito magfo-fall ang onboarding and of course, recruitment. Recruitment wherein ang mga HR managers and or mga HRs, sila yung maghahanap ng mga candidates that will be best suited sa job vacancy ng isang company. Alright. So, ayun, tama ka po kanina, ma'am. So, yun yung process to attract, onboard, develop, and motivate, and retain high-performing employees. Okay, so ano nga ba yung mga 7 components of talent management? Number 1, strategic planning. Bakit nga ba kailangan ito sa isang organization? Meron po ba tayong idea why strategic planning is important sa isang organization? Alright, so kung mapapaisip kayo, bakit nga ba ito napaka-importante, di ba? Halimbawa, sa isang company, pare-parehas lang naman ang interview. Di ba? Pwede naman si Poncio Pilato na lang o di kaya si Juan de la Cruz ang ilagay natin dun sa vacant position. Di ba? Let's say for example sa isang malaking company, sa isang kilalang kumpanya. And then ikaw yung HR manager. ginawa mo lang laro ang lahat without any plans. So, would you think na magiging successful yung magiging plans na yon without that strategic employee planning na gagawin mo? Siyempre, hindi po. Kailangan pa rin natin ng mabusising pagpaplano sa mga bagay na ginagawa po natin. Alright, so the second one is talent management and retention. Okay, so dito naman is yung tinatawag natin na retention from the root word retain. So as an HR later on, malalaman ninyo guys kung kailan tayo mag-hire internally. When we say internal is within the organization. And when we say to hire external, is yung mga applicants na natin outside the organization. Alright? And then number 3 is performance management. So when we say performance management, it begins with the assigning the right person to the right position. Siyempre, halimbawa, alangan naman na si graduate ng accounting, ilalagay mo sa HR department. Siyempre, hindi naman po yun pwede, di ba? Magkakaroon po ng conflict kung hindi talaga naka-align yung expertise ng isang candidate doon sa chosen field niya. Alright, then next is learning and motivating. When we say learning and motivating is to look for something na mas magiging interesting pa kay employee, kung saan mas mag-boost pa siya and mas ma-enhance pa yung kanyang mga abilities and skills. And of course, we also have here compensation. So aware ba kayo guys or meron ba kayong knowledge about compensation ng or sa entry level ng isang HR?
No idea pa po, sir.
Alright. So, sa akin based on my experience, I started actually 15,000 a month. Yun yung pinaka-starting salary ko nung pinasok ko yung HR field. Yes, that's true. So, di ba, paano nga ba ako mabubuhay doon? Kasi 15K a month, nasa Manila pa ako, di ba? So, isa din sa mga inaaral ngayon ng bawat organization is to negotiate yung magiging compensation ni employee nila. Although ako, I have experience na before, work experience, pero hindi talaga siya related sa HR. Kaya somehow nahirapan din ako, pero okay na rin. At least, ang importante kasi doon ay yung experience ko as an HR. Diba? Next is career development. So when we say career development, dito na papasok yung magiging trainings and seminars and to nurture yung mga future leaders natin. And the last one is succession planning. So we should know kung ano yung magiging key role at essential sa success ng isang kumpanya. Okay? So focuses of talent management. Saan nga ba nagfo-focus ang talent management? So number one is we have here recruitment. So dapat as an HR, alam natin kung sino ba talaga yung dapat at karapat-dapat na malagay sa job vacancy na hinahanapan po natin. Second one is retention. Number three is employee development. So continue lang yung pag-develop and pag-nurture natin sa ating mga employees. And of course, leadership. Ito yung development ng development programs for future leaders ng ating mga company. Ng ating company. And the last one is culture. So si employee ba, i-consider din natin kung okay ba yung magiging working environment niya, kung paano yung magiging culture sa loob ng organization. All right. So as a future HR professionals, meron na po ba kayong focus na gustong i-focus sa talent management or sa HR? All right, so we have here employer branding, which is having a strong brand to attract yung mga best candidates. We also have here candidate experience, selection, which is ito yung pinaka-critical part talaga nga naman ng talent management. Bakit? Kasi marami ka ring talagang choices dito. Actually, ang kasama ng selection is recruitment. Magkasama yan, recruitment and selection. So dito talaga, best na lahat ang mga candidates, but piliin mo talaga yung mag-fit sa vacancy ng isang company. And we also have here onboarding, engagement, retention, and of course, succession planning, learning and development. Ito yung sinabi ko na po kanina, yung sa mga trainings and seminars nila. Performance management. When we say performance management, dito mo malalaman yung kung ano ba pa ba talaga yung abilities and skills ng isang employee. So ako ang pipiliin ko dito sa part ng talent management is yung dito sa recruitment and selection and performance management. So performance management, gaya nga ng sabi ko, doon ko rin nakikita kung nagiging productive pa ba talaga si employee or hindi na. Kasi dito na papasok yung pag-ano mo sa isang employee, yung pag-evaluate mo ba kung ano yung mga ups and downs niya. Doon mo na po siya malalaman sa performance management. And of course, selection, okay din siya sa akin, sa part ko, kasi dito ko talaga nakikita yung mga employees. Actually, every time na magkakandak ako na-experience ko na to ng mga interviews, marami rin sa mga applicants na na-interviews ko before, the best talaga sila. Pero you will only choose one sa mga applicants na yan. And yun yung pinakagusto ko sa part na to. Alright, so let's talk about personal talent. So when we say personal talent, so meron ba sa inyo may talent dito? Raise your hand, guys.
Yes, sir. Lahat po tayo, sir, may talent.
Alright. Paano? Talent man loko? Charot lang, joke lang. Anyway, so when we say talent, ito yung sinasabi na natin na, ayun, dancing, singing, talent. They are natural na nasa atin na. Kumbaga inborn na sa atin. Ayan. Pero, ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng talent sa HR world? Actually, there are 3 components ng talent sa HR. Number 1 is talent acquisition. So when we say talent acquisition, sila yung mga mostly nasa recruitment and selection na, kasama na yan sa talent acquisition, kasi sila mismo doon pa lang sa talent acquisition, doon na magaganap or mangyayari yung pag-select nung mag-fill doon sa vacancy ng isang company. And then the next one is the talent management. All right, talent management. And then the last one is talent pool. So when we say talent pool, ito yung mostly ginagamit din ng mga companies para hindi na rin sila mahirapan sa paghahanap ng mga applicants. Okay? So when we say talent pool, meron na silang database kung saan nandun na lahat, nakasort na lahat yung mga possible na magbe-best fit doon sa kailangan nilang i-fill na vacant position. So actually sa previous company ko rin, na-experience ko na to kasi I was working before in a medical industry before ako nakapag-work sa bago kong company ngayon. And then meron kaming ginagamit na company cellphone wherein andoon yung mga pool ng mga nurses, doctors, and mga medical specialists na din. Kasi yung job ko before is napaka-crucial. Kasi syempre, ngayon din nagka-pandemic, napakahirap maghanap ng mga nurses and doctors na pwedeng pumalit doon sa mga employees namin dati. Kaya ang ginagawa namin is doon namin sinesave lahat, and what we actually do is if ever man na may mag-resign sa kanila or halimbawa yung isang reliever, kasi ang hinahanapan namin before doon is reliever and regular. So let's say for example sa reliever, nag-cancel si nurse, si doctor, doon kami kukuha na sa pool ng mga medical professionals namin. We don't need to go sa mga groups or anything na pwede naming pagkuhanan kasi meron na kaming contacts mismo sa kanila. So yun yung tinatawag na talent pool. Okay, so paano nga ba natin ma-identify ang isang talent? Number 1, self-motivated. Motivated ba si employee? Motivated ba siya na pumunta araw-araw sa work? So during interview pa lang malalaman mo na kung gaano ka-dedicated si employee sa kanyang magiging trabaho. And of course, number 2, team player. Results-oriented. Mamimit ba niya yung goal and objective ng isang company or ng company ninyo? Natural leaders. Kaya ba niyang mag-lead nang walang go? Or kaya niya bang maging firm and natural leader sa kanyang co-employees? And creative thinker, of course. Maintains positive attitude. So, paano nga ba natin may spot ang isang talent? Be specific about talents and skills you're looking for. Diba? Kaya ba niyang mag-shine? Second one, look beyond typical requirements. So aside sa skills, they are also looking for, sa ibang company din, di ba, usually nagpo-post sila. Actually, ito rin yung mga napansin ko sa mga ibang company. Nagpo-post din sila ng mga fresh graduates are welcome to apply. Although hindi ko naman sila, hindi naman ako magbibigay sa kanila ng negative feedback kasi discretion na nila yon. So, aside sa skills, yung pinopost din nila sa mga job sites is that fresh graduates are welcome to apply, pero yung preferred talaga nila is my experience. So ako, na-experience ko din yan, and for sure kayo din na magiging fresh graduate later on, may experience nyo din yan. Kasi sa akin, nasa experience ko, wala pa akong kaalam-alam talaga before sa field ng HR. So, ang ginagawa ko na lang, bawi sa interview ang lolo nyo. Diba? English pa akong sumagot. Like they will ask me, what is your edge among other applicants? Diba? Like, nga. Ganun lang, walang sagot. So, I answered them back like, I can work under pressure. Like this and that. Then they will ask me, do you have any work-related experience about HR? Or meron ka bang alam about HR? Siyempre ako, doon ako laging talo. Diba? But then, hindi ako nag-stop na doon lang. Kasi dadating din yung point na aside sa experience na yan, magkakaroon din ako niyan, ganun yung ginawa ko at sinabi ko sa sarili ko. And then until now, dumating na din sa point na, okay, na-hire ako sa company na ganito, and thank God, ako naman ang hinahabol-habol ngayon. Hindi po yung mga chicks kundi yung mga applicants. Baka misinterpret tayo, mahirap na. Alright, so skills. So when we say skills, ito po yung mga napapag-aralan natin. Hindi po skills yung like yung two-timer o sa mga may jowa dyan, sa mga nagto-two-timer pa. Charot, joke lang. Okay, so tawag nito, going back. When we say skills, di ba may talent ka na? So aside from your talent, kailangan mo din pag-aralan yung talent mo na yun. Paano pa nga ba siya mag-i-improve? Yun po ang tinatawag natin na skill. So natututunan siya at mapapag-aralan. Okay, so we also have here the different types of skills: leadership and management skills, professionalism, organizational skills, team building skills, and analytical skills. Okay, so meron akong din-download. Sorry. Ito pa pala meron. So ano nga ba yung difference between ng talent and skills? Number one is by the term talent. We mean, ability. Natural na siya. And skills, ayan, learning and practice. Skills versus talent. Alright, so ito yung video. Panoorin po ninyo guys. Nandito ninyo lalaman kung ano nga ba yung wait lang. Ayan.
The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, that want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. I've never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic. You know, while the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working. There's no easy way around it. No matter how talented you are, your talent is going to fail you if you're not skilled. You know, if you don't study, if you don't work really hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day, you'll never be able to communicate with people, with your artistry, the way that you want. So the only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill together, right, there's two things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die. Yeah, those of you right now, your life is not where you want to be. Like, your life, you messed up. Or you're doing good, but you can't find a way to get to great. Just because you failed doesn't make you a failure. One of the things you gotta understand, my friend, is that you're supposed to fail. You're supposed to fucking fail. Because failure is the stepping stone to success. It's not just cliche. I don't care how good you are, I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much you work on yourself. There's some times when things aren't going to go right. They just are not going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will happen. You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas. Unquestionable. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. And it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. It's your dream. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind. I dare you not to go back to sleep. I dare you to get up, and I dare you to chase your dream. It's possible you can win. Whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. Step toward it. You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. Where are you going with your life? I'm not afraid to take a step.
Okay, so ayun guys, yung video. So based sa video, can you share your thoughts doon sa napanood ninyo kung ano yung pinaka-importante? Is it talent or skills?
Talent, sir.
Why talent?
I think talent.
Alright, anyway. There's no wrong answer. Okay, tama ka naman and we have meron tayong iba't ibang opinions. Okay, so meron akong narinig kanina doon sa part ng video na sinabi dito, your talent will fail you if you're not skilled. So, tama naman, di ba? Anin mo nga naman yung talent kung hindi mo naman matututunan yung mga abilities na dapat mong matutunan. Sa boxing, gaya, example na lang natin yung video. Di ba? So, pinag-aralan niya din kung paano yung mga way niya ng pagsangga niya sa mga kalaban, di ba? Pinag-aralan niya din lahat. And at the end, naipanalo niya yung laban niya. Alright? So, it is important, guys, na both talent and skills ay meron. Diba? Ayan. Ay, sorry. So, why talent and skills is important? So, talent, ayan, you will find the true meaning of life and fulfill its purpose. You will be making a great personal contribution to yourself, discovering your hidden talent and using them effectively and efficiently. Diba? So, hindi lang talaga siya sa, hindi lang to sa pansarili. Sinasabi sa talent, hindi lang to pansarili. Maging sa society mo din, sa mga nakapaligid sa'yo, and sa organization din. Sa isang organization. Diba? So, skill. Ayan. Find new ways of thinking and problem solving. So, based sa video, nakita mo na doon kung ano yung mga ginawa niya na mga bagay para or matutunan niya at mapag-aralan niya yung mga bagay, yung mga skills na dapat pa niyang i-improve yung talent niya para mas ma-improve pa niya yung pagbaboxing niya or kahit anong talents, even singing, even dancing, diba? Pinag-aaralan din yan. Okay, so benefits of talent. Ayan. Sa HR naman to, better employee retention. Ayan. Provide learning and development of opportunities for employees to grow with the business. Easier employee attraction. Leading companies provide clear, consistent, and career development opportunities. Stronger compliance, greater uniformity, and increased performance. Sa skills naman, self-manage, solve problems, and understand the business environment. So working well as part of the team then. and how to manage your time and people. Adapt to different roles sa flexible working environment. And potential to lead by influence. All right. Next is talent planning. So bakit nga ba napaka-importante ang talent planning sa isang organization? It is very important sa isang organization kasi dito mo rin malalaman kung ano yung mga yung needs and yung step na gagawin mo para ma-fulfill yung mga kakailanganin or mga vacancies, job vacancies later on sa inyong companies, sa inyong company. So, meron namang 4 keys ang talent planning. Cost, demographics, management, and flexibility. So, cost. Bakit nga ba may cost? Anong kinalaman ni cost yan? Talent planning naman ang usapan. Diba? Yes. Importante din yan, yung cost. Kasi halimbawa, si organization, may mga employees, yung isa nag-resign. And then, yung nag-resign na yon is manager. Para ma-avoid din yung magiging cost na ni company, instead, ang gagawin na plano na ni organization, instead na mag-hire sila externally, gagawin na lang nila is mag-hire na sila within the organization. Diba? So, hindi na sila mag-i-spend ng ganun kamahal pa, kataas na salary. And at the same time, hindi na rin magiging hassle pa sa kanila. Kasi kung within the organization ka lang din nag-hire, mas mababawasan yung magiging cost ng isang company. Diba? Number 2, demographics. So, syempre naman, hindi naman natin maiiwasan yung pagre-retiro, diba? Tumatanda din tayo. At, syempre, mararanasan din natin yung edad na 60 years old or 65 years old or retirement age na. So, what we need is to create a strategy muna. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Gagawa tayo ng hakbang para sa maaring pumalit doon man sa, let's say for example, retiree na si isang employee. And wala ka pang napipili kung kanino pwedeng ipasa yung trabaho. Diba? So first, we should consider yung mga nasa organization din. Diba? Kasi yung mga, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, yung mga nasa organization na, sila na mismo yung may alam sa process or yung flow ng business. So for example, if wala na talaga, wala pang may alam ng process na gano'n, that's the time na mag-hire ka na externally. External, outside the organization na. Alright. Number 3 is the management. Why? Management. Kasi best employee. Bakit si talent? Anong role niya, di ba? So dito pa lang makakapag-isip na si company. Halimbawa, yun nga, magre-retire na si manager or si CEO. Di ba? Siyempre, pag-uusapan na yun ng management kung sinong papalit sa kanya. Alam na ba niya yung flow, yung magiging process? And the last one is flexibility. All right, so steps to effective talent planning. Meron din tayo dito. Number 1, ano nga ba yung goal ng organization nyo? Diba? Talent analytics. So magbe-base din kayo sa mga datas na meron sa inyo, and syempre, i-check nyo din yung mga future talent needs ninyo and yung current. And then yung mga number 3, critical hiring needs. Ano nga ba yung mga pinaka-critical sa inyo later? Diba? Halimbawa kung si employee lang naman is nag-resign and kaya pa naman ni isang employee. So, ang maaari ng gawin ng isang organization is that pwede naman na siyang hatiin yung magiging workloads niya, 'di ba? Pero kung napaka-critical na talaga niya, walang ibang makakaalam doon. At kailangan na mag-resign, then that's the time na pumunta ka na sa plan B mo. And of course, the last one is identify high potential employees. Sino nga ba yung employees na may mga potentials? Diba? Number 5, of course, develop your employees. Establish retention strategies. And the last one, build a long-term employer branding strategy. Ano nga ba yung mga effective na talent planning? Diba? Okay, so meron din akong video dito. Related siya sa talent planning din. Nakita ko rin po ito sa YouTube. Ayan. Panoorin po natin.
In a city not too far away, Pharmagood is in the midst of their annual succession planning activities. Sally Planwell, the director of HR, is reviewing employee files and taking personal recommendations to identify successors for Pharmagood's key roles. In a meeting with Laura Lively, the vice president of scientific research, Sally is surprised to learn that Laura will soon be retiring. Sally asks for feedback on potential successors. Laura nominates her golf buddy, Charlie Porfin, even though he is new to the company. Sally takes note and names him as a successor to the VP of Scientific Research position. After hours of scouring binders and sitting in countless meetings, Sally completes her yearly succession planning exercise. Meanwhile, down in the lab, Jeff Hightower, senior research scientist, is working on a groundbreaking disease cure. Suddenly, a headhunter calls from Pharmagood's competitor, PharmaBay, with a great job offer. With no sign of advancement at Pharmagood, he decides to try his luck with PharmaBay. Jeff's knowledge, skills, ideas, and passion will not be easily replaced. A few months later, after Jeff's departure, the disease cure stalls. Also, Charlie is overwhelmed in his new role and has made many promises that he can't fulfill. With the loss of Jeff and Charlie's poor fit, Pharmagood has been seriously impacted. The leadership team is extremely unhappy. Sally realizes soars. Let's try that again. This time with SAP Talent Visualization by Nikisa. She launches a talent report called Key Positions that shows her all the roles that are critical to organizational success. She identifies an upcoming vacancy for the VP of Scientific Research position. Sally runs a profile match and identifies several well-qualified candidates for this role. Jeff Hightower has exceptional competencies, qualifications, and experience for the position. She drills down into each candidate's profile and quickly sees that Jeff is flagged as having a high risk of loss. Analyzing his qualifications, she realizes that he has critical knowledge and skills that are not easily replaceable. Aha! She clearly sees that Jeff is the right fit. She meets with Jeff to discuss his career goals. He is very excited at the potential of advancement. Back in her office, she nominates Jeff as a successor for the key role. Later, Jeff gets a call from PharmaVig's headhunter, but he is not interested in the offer because of his promising career at PharmaVig. A few months later, when Laura retires, Jeff advances to VP of Scientific Research. Shortly thereafter, Jeff successfully destroys the virus and receives accolades on a job well done. The announcement of Jeff's breakthrough has made the leadership team very happy. Jeff was the right fit for the VP of Scientific Research position. His success is PharmaVig's success. SAP TVN, Sally was able to visualize what matters most, place the right person in the right role at the right time.
Alright guys. So based sa video, nakita nyo, napanood nyo ba kung gaano or paano yung naging impact nung naging plan nila sa tawag nito sa organization nila? So, nung una, kukwento ko na lang. So, nung una, si magre-retire na employee, ang ginawa niya, sinabihan niya si Laura, which is si HR. Sinabi niya, or nag-refer siya ng pwedeng pumalit sa kanya. So, yung refer naman ni magre-retire na employee ay wala pang kaalam-alam doon sa business na ginagawa nila. Or I mean sa business ng kanilang organization. So in the end, ang nangyari, and sa kalagitnaan pa nun, is parang ngayon din sa hinaharap natin, ay nagkaroon ng pandemic. Di ba? So ang nangyari, noong hinire na yung si employee, nag-resign naman yung kanilang scientist hanggang bumagsak yung company nila. And yung ni-refer naman, hindi na niya alam yung gagawin niya. Kasi si scientist, napakalaking napakalaking kawalan sa kanila, sa company nila. Kasi during that time, ay nakakapag-compose na siya ng possible cure doon sa disease na yon. 'Di ba? So, ang naging bagsak nun, nag-resign yung ni-refer. Nag-resign yung ni-refer niya. Ang nangyari, dissatisfied ang mga top management. And nung nag-rewind yung video, naisip ni Laura, the HR, yung mga strategy na pwede niyang gamitin. 'Di ba? So naghanap siya ng mga applicants na pwedeng ma-promote. Doon na pumasok yung promotion. Hanggang sa nakita nila na si scientist, siya yung may potential na pwedeng pumalit kay Laura. 'Di ba? Kasi naisip ng management and even si Laura na yung scientist nila ay hindi basta-basta mahahanapan ng kapalit. Kasi matagal na din siya dun sa company. Diba? So, napaka-importante ng talent planning, guys. Kasi, yun nga, gaya nga ng sabi ko, yung mga experience ng mga employees, hindi mo basta-basta yun mahahanapan ng kapalit. Lalo na kung matagal na siya sa isang company. And ang maganda din doon na natutunan ni Laura na mag-select doon sa loob mismo ng organization nila, di ba? Kasi sa organization pa lang nila, nakita na niya na yung mga employees may potential din. Di ba? Alright, so career development. When we say career development, ito yung process of managing life. Diba? It is the vital element of the life cycle. And it is a lifelong process. Diba? Self-knowledge, exploration. Ayan. Dito rin papasok yung mga yung pagpili mo and of course yung pag-train for a job that suit for your personality, skills, and interests. Kayo ba guys, lahat ba kayo, matanong ko lang, HR ba talaga yung first choice ninyo?
Hi, sir. Sa akin po hindi.
Ano po yung first choice mo?
Actually, ano po, management.
Alright.
Though at first sa business ad po talaga, parang ever ko pa na-imagine na sa HR po ako malalagay. Though eventually naman po, na-embrace naman po at minahal yung course.
Actually, tama ka din dyan. Kasi even ako, lumaki ako sa probinsya. And HR, hindi siya ganun ka-familiar sa amin sa province. Diba? Dati pangarap ko, gusto ko ganito maging nurse. Yung bata pa lang ako, gusto ko maging doktor. Wala sa isip ko ang pagiging HR. So, ang nangyari sa akin, paano nga ba ako napunta sa pagiging HR o pag-choose ko ng career as an HR? And paano ako naging HR professional? Nung nag-college na ako. And doon ko talaga natutunan lahat. Okay? And thankful din ako kasi eto rin guys, share ko lang. Pinaka-importante din na sundin ninyo kung ano yung nasa puso at isip ninyo. Kung ano ba talaga yung expertise ninyo, kung ano ba talaga yung chosen field niyo. Alright? And of course, yung support ng parents ninyo and families. So, paano nga ba nag-work ang career development? So, eto na nga, quite young, learning to make a living as it is part of human development. So, bata ka pa lang, doon na nag-wide yung mga isip natin kung ano nga ba yung mga gagawin natin or yung mga process or yung career na gusto nating tahakin. So sabi dito, career development doesn't end after you choose an occupation. 'Di ba? Bakit nga ba? 'Di ba? May trabaho na ako. Bakit hindi pa ba sapat 'yun? 'Di ba? Of course. Kailangan mo pa rin pag-aralan, mag-training. 'Di ba? And kailangan mo ring i-apply yung mga napag-aralan mo. Yung mga napag-aralan mo sa magiging employer mo. 'Di ba? And alam niyo guys, yung mga natututunan din, share ko lang din ito, yung mga natututunan natin sa schools, yung mga tinuturo din ng mga teachers, yes, napaka-helpful din nila. Kasi even until now, sa akin sa work ko, nagagamit ko pa rin sila yung mga tinuturo sa akin ng mga teachers ko. Pero sasabihin ko din sa inyo, na yun, magagamit natin yun, pero yung talagang laban, nasa trabaho. And magagamit mo rin talaga yung mga natutunan mo. And hindi yun mawawala na sa'yo. Diba? Kahit saan ka man magpunta, kahit anong field man yung tahakan mo. Okay, so meron po ulit akong video dito sa career development. So nakuha ko rin po ito sa YouTube and i-share ko rin sa inyo.
Because the organization and the individual have joint responsibility for career planning and development, both will suffer significant consequences if planning isn't done successfully. Individual employees go through a series of career stages as they progress through their work life. Within each of these stages, the employee has different needs that the organization must meet so that the relationship between the two can remain stable and the worker will continue to be motivated to produce for the organization. Organizations must respond successfully to individual employees based on the employee's current career stage. Let's discuss the commonly identified stages of career development, first identified by Donald Super and Douglas Hall. You can see them summarized here. The first career development stage, called the exploration stage, is the period of time during which the individual is identifying the personal needs that will be satisfied by a particular type of work, the types of jobs that interest them, and the skill sets necessary to be able to accomplish those types of jobs. This stage is usually identified as being between the ages of 15 and 24. In the second stage, called establishment, this is the period of time where an individual enters into a career and becomes concerned with building a skill set, developing work relationships, and advancing and stabilizing their career. In the establishment phase, we see the individual begin to make significant personal contributions to their career in the organization and begin to create relationships or alliances with coworkers that allow them to become more secure within the organization. This stage is usually identified as covering approximately age 25 through mid-40s. Maintenance is the third stage of career development. This stage covers the period of time from the mid-40s to age 60 years or older. In the maintenance stage, the individual typically continues to advance, but begins
Hi sir, excuse me. Sir, pwede daw po pakilakasan ng konti yung audio po ng video. Thank you po.
employees begin to act as mentors or trainers to their younger coworkers and to act to improve organizations and its processes as well as policies because they see a need to do so. Finally, the fourth stage is identified as the disengagement stage. This stage typically shows lower levels of output and productivity as the individual prepares for life after work. During this stage, because of the desire to balance non-work activities with work, the individual may begin to choose to work only on efforts that they feel necessary or worthy of their attention. They may continue to mentor or sponsor other individuals in the organization as those others progress through their own careers. So you now know a bit about why it's important to create career paths for employees within organizations and provide employee development opportunities. If we do things successfully, we end up with a series of positive consequences for both the organization and the individuals involved. We have better productivity, better job satisfaction, and employee engagement, which results in lower absenteeism and turnover. However, if we fail to do these things successfully, a series of negative consequences can occur that ultimately cost both the organization and the individual time and money. Employee development is a critical piece of the organizational puzzle in order to provide for long-term success.
Alright, so ayun yung 4 stages ng career development. So number 1, exploration. Diba? So dito sa stage na to, dito magfo-fall yung mga bago-bago pa lang, age of 15, 24, yung mga nag-explore pa lang. Diba? And dito pa lang nila matututunan yung skills nila. Hello, sorry. Rinig po ako. Okay. So next one is establishment. Establishment. Dito na naghahanap yung mga employees ng stable ng trabaho kasi may nakagain na sila ng experience nila eh. Kumbaga nakaset na yung mga skills nila and ready na sila. Number 3 is maintenance stage. Mga age 40s to 60s na. Dito na yung mga stable na talaga sila sa trabaho nila. And the last one is the disengagement. When we say disengagement, ito na yung chami-chami lang. Yung kaya na nila yung mga work nila and pinaprioritize na lang nila kung ano daw talaga yung mga importante at kailangang matapos. So, dito na rin sa disengagement, pumapasok yung mentoring. Alright? So, bakit nga ba napaka-importante ang career development? Why is it very important? So, sa current information about the organization and future trends can help employees to create more realistic and career development goals. Yung goals, career development goals, diba? Focus on skill development contributes. So, malaking contribution din to. Lalong-lalo na sa organization. Kung mai-implement talaga yung pag-develop ng kanilang mga careers or pag-develop ng mga careers ng mga employees. Dito rin magpo-fall yung promotion, diba? Lateral transfer. When we say promotion, aware naman na kayo sa promotion, right? Or lateral transfer. So when we say promotion, it's either mag-increase yung or tumaas yung magiging position or rank ng isang employees. Greater sense of responsibility. Cost-effective to use your own staff and talent to provide career development opportunities within your organization. Diba? So dito rin sa career development, makakatulong din to for employee motivation and productivity, di ba? Mas mamomotivate pa natin yung mga employees para mas maging productive sila, di ba? And of course, supporting career development and growth of employees. All right. Okay, guys. Tanong ko lang sa inyo. One last question. HR field ba talaga ang gusto ninyong career? Or HR ba talaga yung napupusuan ninyo? And bakit din ninyo pinili yung pagiging isang HR? Alright, so I'll show you a video. Ito rin yung nakuha ko sa YouTube. Ayan. There's a human resource, a right career for you. Siyempre, ayan, mamaya na lang ko ituloy yung kwento, panoorin muna natin itong video.
Understanding how to manage human resources will be key to your success as a business leader. Believe it or not, many business people with great business strategies, plans, and products fail because they do not fully grasp the importance of human resource management. Thomas J. Watson, founder of IBM, said, "You can get capital and erect buildings, but it takes people to build a business." Managers use a lot of words to describe how valuable people are to their organizations. Human resources, human capital, intellectual assets, and talent all imply that people play a vital role in business success. No matter what part of the business you're dealing with, whether it's figuring out where to put a new plant, designing a new product, formulating your strategy, or developing a cost structure, every single business issue ultimately becomes a people issue. At the heart of it, you've got to have people with the right skills, opportunities, and motivation to face those challenges and achieve business success. This is the essence of human resource management: to manage people in a way that drives business success. To drive success, human resource management involves a wide variety of activities, including analyzing a company's competitive environment and designing jobs so the company's strategy can be successfully implemented. This in turn requires selecting the right people, developing their skills to meet strategic objectives, and motivating them toward a common goal. So, if you enjoy bringing people together for a common purpose, coaching and training people to succeed in an organizational setting, and making sure people are properly rewarded and recognized for the work they do, then human resource management may be the career for you. To provide additional insight on whether HR management is the career for you, we've gone out to ask some experienced managers questions about why they chose HR as a career. We got some pretty interesting answers. What do you love about HR?
I love the variety in HR. I am an HR generalist, which means I work in organizational talent, in training, in hiring, in recruiting. I work
They'll help you think more holistically, to push against the status quo and question existing assumptions. They'll help you examine organizations as systems and be able to change dysfunctional systems to ensure that people and organizations are aligned toward success. But such competencies are not only important for HR managers, they are vital for all people working in organizations. How do you know if HR is the right career for you?
Probably the test question that annoys me most when I interview people is they want to get into HR because they like people. That's helpful, but that's not really what drives the field. It's really the intersection of the strategy the business is taking, your ability to influence that, the degree of effectiveness you have in terms of building systems and processes that enable strategy, and then your ability to translate that in meaningful terms to the broader employee population. That's really the art of OBHR. So if you have an interest in that intersection of strategy, process, and people, that's where it all comes together. So it's much broader than liking people. And again, I've been at enough campuses around the world where a lot of HR people will attribute their need to get into HR because they like people. It helps, but that's not a differentiator. The differentiator is to be able to connect the strategy, process, systems with people in a very effective and a very efficient way that drives value in the business.
If you're thinking about it, I would say ask yourself if you are comfortable in both partnership situations and team situations where you can help build on the momentum of a team, but also if you're comfortable in pushing back and dealing with confrontation and interjecting ideas or disagreements in places where it's not as comfortable. If you can be successful in both of those or be comfortable in both of those, you'll do great in HR. The other would be business partnership. Are you comfortable not just as a people person, not just as an amiable, but as someone who can, again, understand the whole business and understand how the organizational aspect fits into making an entire business situation become more successful?
All right, guys. So, ayun, my dear students. Ayan, is the human resource the right career for you? Diba? So, ayun, sa akin naman, minahal ko na yung profession ko. Sa akin kasi pinili ko yung HR not because dahil sa sahod lang, but because of the people that I manage. Sa araw-araw na nakakasalamuha ko na yung mga employee, mas napapamahal na sila sa akin, and doon ko rin natutunan yung true essence ng pagiging isang HR. Alright? So, balang araw, marirealize nyo din, ito pala yung sinabi ni Sir Mark. Tama pala siya. Tama yung pinili kong career. Ito talaga yung para sa akin. Alright, guys. So, ayun. Thank you so much sa pakikinig po sa aking presentation. And I hope may natutunan din po kayo. And maraming salamat po sa pag-invite sa akin. And I just want to share na din po regarding sa aking background information. So I'm currently working as an HR generalist as an HR generalist at Trade Associates Corporation. So I am one of the pioneer HR. So isa na ako sa mga nagbi-build at bumubuo ng aming organization. So balang araw, makikita ko rin kayo. Hindi ko man kayo makita sa mukha, isa-isa. Alright? So, malay po natin, magkita-kita po tayo, hindi lamang through video, through webinar. So, who knows, after pandemic, isa na din po pala kayo sa mga magiging managers, future HR managers ng iba't ibang companies, ng mga iba't ibang kilalang kumpanya sa Pilipinas. Diba? So, sa akin din, share ko din before I started na pasukin yung career ko as an HR. Nung way back 2018, before ako nag-start mag-work, ayun tama si Mr. Veril kanina, nasa province muna ako and my province is Isabela. Region 2 po ako, yes, Ilocano. So, doon po nag-serve ako as SK chairman and naging part din po ako ng federation. Then, I decided to resign and leave my seat para i-pursue na yung career ko dito sa Manila. And then, after a month, nag-work po ako dito sa Cavite. A year after, 2019, tumipat na po ako ng Makati and doon ko naranasan yung talagang laban. Alright? Nag-work ako as a call center agent for 9 months. And after that, nakahanap po ng experience ko na sa HR. And hanggang ngayon, pinapractice ko pa rin yung profession ko as an HR. Alright? So, looking forward sa inyong success and maraming salamat sa nag-organize ng webinar na to. Salamat po sa pag-invite po sa akin. And sana magkita-kita din tayo. Alright? Sa personal. Okay? So, that ends po my presentation. Maraming salamat po.
Wala kami doon. Thank you so much for such an eloquent speech, Mr. Raymark Tibayan. So, Laline, before we proceed, do you guys want an icebreaker?
Yes, of course, Milo. And I'm sure they're also waiting for this.
So, let's give it up for Mr. Japet Lapidario.
Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Sabay kong nadarama ang kaba at ligaya. Ang iyong tinig, wari ko'y di marinig pagkat namamangha pagkausap ka. Kaya nais ko malaman ang sinisigaw nitong aking puso. Pangarap ko ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Ikaw kaya ay nais nais din kung makapili at ibigin. O kay sarap namang iisipin na tayong dalawa ay isang damdamin. Aking hinihiling na sabihin mo ang nilalaman ng iyong puso. Pangarap ko ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. Okay, tagal ko nang naghihintay na sa akin ay mag-aalay ng pag-ibig na tunay at di magwawakas. Pangarap ko ibigin ka at sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko ang ibigin ka. At sa habang panahon ikaw ay makasama. Ikaw na lang ang siyang kulang sa buhay kong ito. Pangarap ko, pangarap ko, pangarap ko. Ang ibigin ka. Ang ibigin ka.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lapidario, for such a euphonious song. Yes, beautiful and dulcet voice, I swear.
Yes, Laline, that was amazing. You performed it perfectly.
Yes, and moving forward, let's give to the participants a chance to ask questions to the guest speaker for regarding for what he has discussed.
So we may call on Ms. Cheryl Barcelona, our Q&A moderator.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Cheryl Barcelona. I am responsible for the Q&A part of this webinar. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark Sibayan. I hope that everyone enjoyed this amazing presentation. Now, Mr. Mark Sibayan will answer some questions that were sent to us during the presentation. We will get questions from the viewers on YouTube and from the participants of Zoom. So the first question is from John More. His question is, how do you want to establish goal setting and tracking? Hi, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello? Hello po?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes po.
I will repeat my question, sir. Rather, do your personnel need continual skills training or recertifications? That's from John More. He's one of the viewers on YouTube, sir. We are live on YouTube.
Alright. So, sorry sa continuous training, tama ba ito? Yung question niya? And recertification?
Continual skills, sir, and recertification.
Sorry, continuous.
Continual skills and continual skills training and recertification, sir.
Alright, so for skills naman, sa amin kasi usually ang mga employees namin is that we are sending them to different trainings and seminars pa rin kahit meron na silang mga other trainings na mandated sa kanila. Usually yung before yung sa previous employer ko dun sa dati kong work, aside dun sa mandated ng government na trainings nila, pinapadala pa namin sila sa ibang mga trainings kasi of course for them to have knowledge din, hindi lang doon sa chosen na field nila.
Okay, sir, we have another question from Danica Orminita. And her question is, do you think that talent management is one of the crucial topics in the current management studies?
Crucial topic. Wow. Very, napaka-interesting naman ng question. Medyo nahirapan ako doon Dumugo ilong ko. Charot. For me, talent management, kasi sa part ko, yes. Kasi hindi ka lang mag-i-stick sa isang bagay kasi maraming part yung magiging yung sa talent management. Gaya nga kanina, so 'di ba? Sa HR kasi it plays a vital role sa isang organization. So aside sa mga employees na hahawakan mo, may mga other things ka pa na mga hahawakan. So yun yung pinaka-crucial part. Kasi once na nagsabay-sabay lahat yan, ayun, mahihirapan talaga and yun yung magiging parang haharapin ng mga HR professionals.
And we have last question, sir, and from Sheena Mercado. Her question is it possible to characterize a typical talent? How do you avoid overlooking the recruitment of an applicant when screening is based on highly specific recruitments dictated by the professional manager?
Sorry, pakiulit-ulit yung tanong.
Yes, sir?
Pakiulit nga po ulit yung tanong.
Is it possible to characterize a typical talent? How do you avoid overlooking the recruitment of an applicant when screening is based on highly specific recruitments dictated by the professional manager?
Alright. So sa akin, actually, medyo okay, let's say na mapapalayo na ako sa sagot ko dito. Sa akin kasi based on my experience na, pagka may mga applicants, I am not just looking for their for talents kasi kung ano yung mga nakasulat sa resumes nila. So nagbe-base ako on how they answer me sa mga question ko. And isa pa doon, yung tinitignan ko sa mga applicants is kung yung mga sagot ba talaga nila sa akin, yung mga magiging sagot nila sa akin, galing ba talaga sa puso nila at isip. Yun, doon ako nagbe-base. Kasi na-experience ko na yan dun sa previous job ko. And marami na rin akong mga nakakasalamuhan ng mga applicants din. And grabe, very impressive yung mga resume nila. Talaga, as in, pinaghirapan nila, pinagpuyatan nila, andun na lahat. Pero nung sila na yung sumalang sa interview, kasi sa akin yung technique when it comes sa pag-interview sa mga applicants, yung ginagawa ko sa kanila, aside sa iniisa-isa ko yung mga work experience nila and yung mga schools kung saan sila graduate, tinitignan ko rin sa kanila eye-to-eye contact kung paano sila mag-deliver ng sagot nila sa akin, kung galing ba mismo sa kanila or sa puso nila yung mga sinasabi nila. So, overall, hindi lang sa talent talaga nakikita yun.
Thank you again, Mr. Raymark Sibayan, for answering those questions and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us, sir. Also, with the attendees, thank you for all attending. We hope that you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. Back to you, Lalin and Nilo, for the last part of the webinar.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Barcelona. So I think all the questions of our participants are answered brilliantly by our guest speaker.
You know what, Lalin? There's so much knowledge that I have learned to our guest speaker. How about you?
Yes, of course, Nilo. And I am very thankful, or rather, we are very thankful that as a student, we learned a lot of knowledge from experts like our guest speaker.
All right, let's proceed to the awarding of certificate for our guest speaker.
So we may call on Mrs. Emeline Martinete to read the plaque of appreciation.
Republic of the Philippines, Eulogio Amang Rodriguez, Institute of Science and Technology, College of Business and Public Administration, Nagdaan, Sampaloc, Manila, awards the Certificate of Appreciation to Mr. Raymark G. Sibayan in grateful recognition for sharing his expertise and professional competence as webinar speaker on the topic, Talent Management for Successful Companies, Insights from Recent Researches, given this 26th of June 2021, signed by the President of HRDM 41, Mr. Cham E. Cornelio, our OJT Coordinator, Mrs. Marvick S. B. Marie, our Chairperson of HRDM, Dr. Charlene U. Escario, and our College Dean, Dr. Willie O. Gapasin.
Again, thank you so much, Mr. Raymark Sibayan, for sharing your ideas and knowledge to us.
Your token and certificate will be handed to you personally by Miss Margaret Porciuncula. Again, thank you so much, sir, for joining us here, and we hope to see you again in other events. Thank you so much. So, Nilo, a lot of knowledge that we have learned, experienced for today, and especially to our viewers and participants.
Of course, Aline, and to our viewers and participants, you can get your certificate of participation.
Just click the feedback form pinned on the YouTube comment below, and you can also hit the notification bar and subscribe button for you to get updated on all the upcoming events.
And now, let us give the floor to the Mayor of HRDM 41, Mr. Cham Cornelio, for the closing remarks.
A pleasant morning to everyone. It is a pleasure and to be honored to be part of this webinar and express my gratitude to all those events can be possible. On the behalf of HRDM graduating students, I would like to thank everyone here Your participation has been extremely valuable. To our guest speaker, Mr. Remark Sibayan, thank you for your sharing your expertise and taking time of your busy and schedule both personal and professional. To our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, our area chairperson, Dr. Chardine Escario, our practicum advisor, Mrs. Marivic Gimari, and our dear participants, thank you for your training and preparing for our career. Indeed, this activity would not be success without your presence. I am thankful to all HRDM graduating students who exert much effort to prepare this webinar. Finally, I would like to thank our participants who commit their time to this event. I hope everyone received an abundant knowledge from this webinar that you can apply in the future. Again, thank you everyone and have a great day. God bless.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cornelio, for such inspirative message.
So finally, we have to officially close this program and thank you for participating.
Thank you for joining us here again. I am Floraline Mulicas.
And I am Nila Sibilia,
saying
thank you so much.
So before we end this program, we would like to thank everyone who supported us here, all the committees, leaders, Dr. Willie Ogapasin, our Dean, and especially to Sir Opido. Thank you for helping us reach this event. And of course, our advisor, Mrs. Marivic Gimari. Thank you so much, ma'am, for helping us, for supporting us. We couldn't have done this without you. Again, thank you so much. So to officially close this program, let us all sing The Eerie Steam.
Let the